Hello folks, and welcome back to the Radio Tea Party and Let's Play Elder Scrolls Online. So, as I was running around, and this was actually pretty cool, a little imp popped up in front of me just when I was running in the middle of nowhere. I didn't do anything in particular, but an imp popped up and said something like, this such and such wants to see you, and it gave me a quest marker to come talk to this guy at the Mages Guild. This is for the main story quest too, so this will probably be the last main story quest I do for a while, since we've been doing that for quite a little bit here. I want to mix it up going forward, so we'll do some side quests. Can't steal. I will start stealing stuff, by the way. It's amazing I haven't done it so far. I was addicted to it in Skyrim and Fallout. I got a lot of people bitching at me for stealing everything in Skyrim. Why are you pickpocketing people? I'm like, I'm a thief. Of course I'm pickpocketing everyone. What are you thinking? Of course I'm gonna pickpocket every living thing and some undead. Inconspicuous.
Excellent, you got my message. Apparently that little creature isn't completely useless. Banekin can be such children. I hope you've nothing pressing. We could be here a while. I can't be strutting around the city wearing my imperial regalia, can I? Your concern about my fashion sense is touching but irrelevant. I've called you here for a reason. If we are to determine a course of action, we need more information. By now, it should be clear your prophet Emperor brought these catastrophic events upon us. Everything that transpired is his fault. Granted, Menimarco can be very persuasive and charismatic when he wants to be. We all believed him when he said we could change Varen's bloodline with the Amulet of Kings. You saved Varen's life when you rescued him in Cold Harbor. In return, he lied to you about his true identity and his part in causing the Soul Burst. He manipulated you from the very start. Perhaps the better question is, why don't you blame Varen? Varen wants to assemble a new group of companions in the vein of the original five. Claims it fulfills a prophecy in those wretched scrolls of his. Superstitious nonsense, but he is quite correct on one point. We need to find Sai Sahan. In the chaos following the Soul Burst, Sahan stole the Amulet of Kings and fled the Imperial City. We're going to need that relic, and he is the only one who knows its current location. He was captured by Menimarco's agents and taken to an undisclosed location. We need to find out where he's being held. Menimarco keeps his most secret documents at Knife Ear Grotto in Deshan, inside a hidden lair of Daedric cultists. We must travel there and search for clues. Head to Knife Ear Grotto in the eastern mountains of Deshan. I will meet you inside. If I can endure Titanborn's inane prattle, I can survive your assuredly erudite elucidations. Proceed. Well, if you must pry, I am Chancellor to the Elder Council and Overlord of Nibene. But of all my titles, the greatest is my family name, Tharn. We are the greatest of the noble houses, with seats at the Imperial Court for countless centuries. Politicians? A grossly inadequate word to describe our duties and our legacy. The Tharns have a storied history of advising kings and emperors that can be traced back to the First Era. We understand the ebb and flow of power. There's the rub. With my untimely defection, my family will likely be divested of its holdings. The name Tharn is probably being stricken from every document in the Imperial archives as we speak. I detest being on the wrong side of history. Don't sound so smug about it. This is a setback, nothing more. By allying with you, I will liberate the Empire from Menimarco's grip. The Empire is all that matters to me. I will do what I must to ensure its survival.
I want to pick that other option.
Politicians. Clivia. She is comfortably lodged in Menimarco's pocket, along with my nephew, Javad. I doubt they've given my disappearance a second thought. Fair Clivia. My charming girl grew to be a ruthlessly ambitious woman. I taught her well. There's the rub. Don't sound so smug about it. Well, if you must. Politicians. Clivia.
Okay.
There's the rub.
Never mind. I thought... Oh, hey. I thought there's like people there to get him, be like, yo, hey, how you doing, trader? Yeah, I can't say I wouldn't laugh if that happened. Gotta be careful. Because now that I've got auto loot on, if it picks the option to steal, then I'm boned. All right, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure I read all the books in here, so. All right, so now we need to search for information in Knife Ear Grotto. Let's go see where that is. I'll probably cut recording here to head that way. Where is it? That looks like it's gonna be a ways away. So yeah, let me go ahead and head that way, and I'll pick you guys up once I've gotten close to there. All right, I was on my way over, and I was kind of trying to kill stuff along the way. One, just for free experience, especially since things scale with you, and just to kind of, again, kind of learn the combat a little bit, learn my spells, etc. So we found this ancient scrolls of the Dwemer. The importance of where? The chieftain, let's see how long this is. Hello, well, oh wow, that's actually quite long. Mages Guild, oh, there's a decrease to 2. I was like, wow, what the hell? But that's cool. Wish that was a little shorter, but that's all right. Again, I probably would read it if I wasn't recording. Of course, I could always go back and read it. If I remembered, I'd actually bring it up and let you guys read it. I could just, go a little slower so you could pause during. At least they made lockpicking easier to do. That is a nice chest. Also LOL. But yeah, way easier than it was in Oblivion, because oh man, I struggled with that in Oblivion. I also switched to first person, just because I thought it'd be more interesting. Make it old school. I love watching that lightning bolt, like, just explode after we get them below the 20% mark. I wonder if you can set the enemy's experience. Oh, hey, nice. What if you can set the enemy's hit point bar to show percentages instead of numbers? Or maybe even both. I'll take a look. Anyway, I'm going to continue on my way, and I'll see you guys once we get there. Alright, we're about to go to the next section, but there's a little scroll here. Come for the cure. Come one, come all. To the quarantine town. Noble or commoner, rich or poor. Great houses can't stop this plague. The tribunal has no answers, but the Malborn have a solution. Nystrom Brava. Here's a name that I won't remember. Along with every other name ever. Also, to mention, I did go ahead and get a subscription. That freaking ingredient bag is fantastic. I went from having, I've picked up some stuff in the meantime, but I went from having about like a full bag of 80 items to down to like 10. It was ludicrous. But I actually just killed some random enemies, and I was getting some pretty nice loots out of some of that stuff. It was pretty strange, actually. I got this, which actually might be better than what we have now. It is a two-handed lightning staff. Does a little bit more damage, higher level. Does 2544 cold damage. Increase weapon enchantment effect by 14% and reduces enchantment cooldown by 40. I don't quite understand how that kind of stuff works, but we'll go ahead and equip it. It's better than one we have. If we can get another Drugs King item, then I think that would be better. But yeah, rather use this for now. Let's see, that's got stamina. Don't really care about stamina on this character. Same here. Magicka. I want to get that. I want to keep our health up. I feel like we're losing too much health. I want to use that mask next level though, or the helmet rather. And legs of Magicka. They're medium armor. Increased gold gained from looting enemies by 4%. That's kind of nice. But I'd rather keep their greaves. They give us a little bit of hit points, and it's the only plate item we have. And if we swap that out, I want to swap some of the other stuff out as well. All right, so how far away is this place? Oh, looks like it's right there. So let's go ahead and head on over. It won't take us long. I'm curious, do you guys have a preference on first person or third person as far as playing? Or, well, actually, yeah, answer both. Like, so do you prefer to play in first person or third? And do you prefer to watch in first person or third? Or do you just not care? Personally, from an immersion standpoint, I definitely prefer first person. Like, without question. I prefer it by a long shot. Come on, there we go. It's way, way better, in my opinion. You feel more in the game, right? Of course, when you're in first person. Ooh, destruction staff increased to 17. I think that gives us a new ability, or unlocks a new ability, I think. Or is that 20? Oh, that's 20. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, Force Shock is about ready to level, though. It's definitely easier to see your when that proc goes off in first person. That's for damn sure. Oh, and there goes Force Shock, increased to rank 2. Awesome. Thieves' Trove. Well, we're not going to do the stealing stuff yet. I definitely want to look into that now that we have all the DLC unlocked. One thing that did happen when I did that, when I unlocked the DLC, I think it's under Journal. If I don't find it here quickly. Yeah, here's the DLC. It opened up a whole bunch of quests to start exploring the Dark Brotherhood and other things. We might actually do that next. We might check like the Thieves Guild quest and see where that takes us. Because again, remember, levels don't matter. So we can do that stuff at any level. I'd like to get a little bit better items. I feel like item-wise, we're not doing super hot. But if we keep getting lucky on drops like we have been, that might change. Oh, looks like we're not supposed to go into the tower. And we're a good law-abiding Argonian lizard person. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it showing that way? That's weird. Should be south and east. Okay, no. Okay, I was just looking at the map wrong. All right. Whatevs. How are we going to get up there is the question. See something on the map. Maybe that is like a tunnel. It looks like a cave. Guess we'll find out soon enough. I'm also trying to keep an eye out for sky shards to get more skill points, so I can continue to not know what that I should put them in. Though I actually am kind of holding on to them until I get both dark magic and the lightning magic up a level, because that will open up 2 new tiers of things. So I want to check those out.
Narcissus must hear of this.
We'll go ahead and grab his quest. We're not going to do it right now, but
So the Maulborn lied to everyone. I figured as much. This doesn't bode well for Narcissus.
actually, you know what? Never mind. We'll grab his stuff later, if you know what I mean. Oh, 'cause that's a different... Wait, what? Okay, yeah, that's a different quest. The one I was looking at. All right, so wait, how far away is this one then? Oh, wow. Holy cow. It's way across. Okay. You know what? Since this is like the first time we've been across here, let's go through together. I won't stop too much, but we're in a new area. You guys might want to check that out. And it probably won't actually take us too long to get over there. And I'll probably at least wrap this leg of the quest up. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't want any of it, though, whatever it is. At least for now. Later on, I'm sure we'll come back and fight that stuff. Ooh, there's a tough bull neck. Got a little bit different icon. So let's kill this thing. Just because. Keep that dot on his ass. Yeah, one thing I don't like is, like, he just did a special ability and I couldn't even see it. Oh, shit. I did block that attack, though, totally. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we've procced a single time. At least if it did, I did not see it. But yeah, that's one thing that sucks. Like, so going back to the Nidasul Too Bold. I thought it said Nidasul Not Too Bold. That's his brother, I guess. He's bold, but he's not too bold. He's just bold enough. Goldilocks would think he was bold enough. But what I was gonna say about the first person versus third person, I think from a strategic type standpoint, you pretty much can't argue. First person is worse than third. Like first person or third person is just better from a strategic viewpoint, straight up. No argument whatsoever. But I just really do prefer. What is that? I don't even see what I'm collecting. Oh wait, is that? Oh, okay. Well, that was hard to see. Hello, snake. It's a snake. But yeah, first person is just so much more immersive. Like it just really makes it easier to get into the character and like feel like you're part of the world, man. This is like who I am. I've really got to get into the game. And I'm not even really a big role play guy, or even I wouldn't say that I'm that big on immersion typically. But it is nice. It is nice to just, get into the game and just kind of let it go. Okay, so I'm just making sure we're okay no matter which direction we go. But it is nice to just kind of like get into the game and turn off the real world and all the stupid other bullshit. And as much as we love our Maymays, just going somewhere else and relaxing and forgetting about all that bullshit. And little things like the first person perspective, help with that. So generally I do like it. But again, like it's just not as good. And some people, what's funny is some people argue is like, well, in EverQuest, like everybody played in first person and the game was built around it. And you just have to build the game around it and first person will be just as good as third. It's like, no, it wasn't. Because a lot of the top players also played, oh, nice book. A lot of the top players in EverQuest also went third person because you can see more of what's around you. And you can much more easier tell what's happening, well, around your person. Like, for example, when I was fighting that giant, weird, floaty nose thing, he cast some kind of AE on the ground, and I couldn't even really see it. I barely saw it, and I think I'd already been taken damage by it. So, yeah, it's just, again, unarguably, from a gameplay, tactical perspective, third person is better, but I just prefer first. And I know some people have said they'll get nauseous if they go into first person, maybe. But I feel like that's more of an issue with your field of vision's not wide enough. And I don't know if you can actually improve it, increase it in this game. But I have also heard that even having a true first person mode is quite difficult to do. It's not as easy as just zooming, like moving the camera from above the shoulder into the skull. Like it's like showing the hands and stuff, casting and all that kind of thing is actually more difficult than you would think it is. I don't know exactly why that is. I haven't looked into it in detail, but I've heard that enough to believe that it is, to have no doubts that it's true. Let's see what this eyeball thing is. Shrine to Saint Realms? I should have been looking out for sky shards too. Relax, you're never even falling. Is there anything? Oh, there's this lizard just hanging out here. It's nice of him. You don't mind if I, take some of the stuff that's at the shrine of the dead guy, right? That's what he would have done. Oh, golden lager recipe. Nice. But yeah, I would almost have to have a subscription to play this game. Because I like to do trade skills, even when the trade skills aren't really done that well. And I'm not saying that's necessarily the case here. But even in games where the trade skills aren't necessarily done well, I like to do them. And this game has tons of trade skill items. And I hate fighting inventory space. So that would not be a good combo. I would end up just going crazy. So I'm glad that was one of the perks that you get. And I would say that the perks you get from having a subscription are fair. I feel like they're not pulling too much like out of the game to get you to subscribe. Ah, damn. Well, I got something. I saw a glowing blue and I thought, ooh, maybe it's a sky shard, but it was not. But I'll still take the lore book. But a lot of games will like take way too much out and put it behind. You either have to pay for it or you have to pay for a monthly sub. And I feel like as somebody who thinks all MMOs should just switch to the sub model, I don't have too big of a problem with that. Ah, shit. I make it... almost. We can get this. I don't know why I keep going to the far right. Damn it. This one you gotta do as soon as it starts. Damn. Ah! That one keeps getting me. I swear, we're gonna get this one. Ah, damn it. Mother Hubbard. Oh, that's us screwed. Oh, come on now. We gonna get this. There we go. You know what's funny? Oh, wow. Plague Doctor's girdle. Ooh. Oh, wait, does the Plague Doctor stuff actually look like Plague Doctor stuff? Because I love Plague Doctor stuff. Wow, we got 2 blues out of that. Wow. 2 set items, no less. So a heavy waist. Increases health more than I got now. I only want 1 piece of heavy, though, and 1 piece of medium. So we might have to do some swapping around. Increase experience gained by kills by 9% instead of 7. Got a homespun hat of health. Good. It's got a good bit more armor, a lot more health. Go ahead and put it on. Nice. I think it looks about the same. That's pretty close to what it was. Sweet. That was totally worth it. Awesome. It's nice finding chests that have useful things in them, and it's not just, oh, you found some worms and pocket lint. It's like, oh, thanks. I already had that in my pockets, but thanks. Oh, what were we talking about before? I don't even remember now. Good job. We're almost there, though. Got the second waypoint. Obviously, we're going to grab that. Oh, we were talking about free to play. So, yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of games put too much stuff behind the wall of you need to buy it or you need to pay a subscription, etc. And again, it doesn't cause me a big issue because again, I would like to pay a sub anyway and just get whatever without having to deal with the BS. But this game, I honestly feel like you could play and get plenty of enjoyment out of it without paying a subscription. Because the only things it gives you, I think, you get a 10%, we talked about this a little bit before, but it's a 10% bonus to crafting experience, quest experience, basically 10% to all experiences, I believe. You get the ingredients bag, or whatever it's called, that has your trade skill items, that carries as many trade skill items as you can carry, again, as far as I can tell. I thought there was like 2 other big things. Oh, you get 1,500 crowns per month. I think it's 1,500. And see, that's another thing that I like. If a game is going to be free to play and it's going to do the thing where you've got like currency that you buy with real money and then you use that currency to buy stuff that's in the game. If you're going to have a monthly subscription, I definitely think as part of that monthly subscription, you need to be giving in-game money. The only exception that I would allow where you don't give the player in-game money is if all of those cash shop items were also obtainable in-game in a reasonable time frame. So for example, if there was some nice cosmetic set in the game that you could purchase with real money or, you know, whatever, we'll just say real money, but you know what I mean, where you use your money to buy like crown tokens and then you use the crown tokens to buy the thing. But you know what I mean. So if you have some special set, item, even if it's cosmetic only, and you can buy it with the real life money, you need to be able to obtain that item in game. So you need to either be able to get it from farming a reasonable amount of time. Now, obviously, different people will agree or disagree on what reasonable is. We're not going to mess with this, by the way. It's a boss. We can't solo that. But, and I, personally, I would consider a reasonable amount of time for something that was cosmetic. And this is just kind of off the cuff, so don't quote me on this. 25-ish to 30-ish hours. I don't mind having to put some time in to get a cosmetic. Now, this is like, and again, the context matters. So, if you have 10 pieces of cosmetic gear that you can wear, and that's just one, then no, that would not be reasonable to get a full set. Like, one piece was 20 hours, and to get the full set was like 160 hours. That would not be reasonable at all. But if it was just like a weapon skin, a unique weapon skin, or a full outfit, like, you know, pirate's outfit, and it included the hat and the chest, the boots, and all of that, then 20 to 30 hours, I think, is not unreasonable to be able to obtain it. And the second way that I'm okay with having stuff that you can only get in-game is if, pardon me guys, I'm just going to hang out over here, is if you can do what Elder Scrolls does, and you pay a monthly subscription, and one of the perks of the monthly subscription is you get that currency, that special currency. Got some more books. I wish it would mark where you've picked up books, because, and again, this is probably not something I'm going to necessarily do, but I could see there's a lot of people out there who would want to collect all the books. Ooh, lightning form can now be morphed. Nice. Apparently fishing is worthless, which is very disappointing to hear if that's true. Before we go in there, let's look at our lightning skill. Class, storm calling. What can it morph into? Hurricane. Manifest yourself as pure air, buffeting nearby enemies with wind, dealing 335 physical damage every 1 second. For 15 seconds, the wind grows in damage and size, increasing up to 225% more damage and up to 9 meters in size. While in this form, you gain Major Resolve and Major Ward and Minor Expedition, increasing your physical resist and spell resist by 50 to 80 and your movement speed by 10%. Converts into a stamina ability and deals physical damage, increases in size and damage the longer it's active. So the other version is Boundless Storm. Manifest yourself as pure lightning, zapping nearby enemies with the electricity, 354 damage. While in this form, you also gain Major Resolve, blah, blah, blah. Activating this grants Major Expedition for a brief period, increasing your movement speed 30% for 6 seconds. So increases the duration and your Major Expedition, and you gain Major Expedition for a brief period. After activation, increase your movement speed. We're going to go ahead and go with that. Even though this overall sounds better, it switches it to stamina, and I don't like that since we're not building stamina. So, and see, that's what's interesting about this game, is that you can make like a stamina-based sorcerer where you focus more on things like weapon attacks, and as you saw, some spells will morph into using stamina instead of mana. How'd you get here so fast? You got a teleporter. I wish you would have brought me along in it. But now we had some fun adventures along the way, didn't we?
Head to Knife Ear Grotto in the eastern mountains of Deshan.
Yeah, alright. I guess we'll go and grab this since it's here. Well, we're going to try. Greetings, traveler. I post this warning in the hope that you will heed it. This ruin is overrun with a number of dangerous Daedra and their followers. Do not venture forth unless you are adequately armed and prepared. If, however, you do choose to venture into this cave, keep your eyes open for anything of value. I will reward you for recovering any artifacts that I could not. Find me at the Daedric ruins near Narcissus. Alright, cool. We'll grab any artifacts that we can find along the way. Hello, boys. How's it going? Oops. Blah, I fell down. Didn't he have some ads or something with him? We're gonna kill everything. Ooh. Sneaky little bastard. I think I'm actually supposed to counter with a strong attack on that. Because you see... So that's another thing I read. Oh, and he turned into dust because they used lightning. That's awesome. That is like Skyrim, I think. Didn't that happen in Skyrim? I know it happened in Fallout. Like if you used a plasma weapon. But anyway, I think you're like when they use the yellow highlight is like popping around them or whatever. I should just like that. That's when you can counter them. Ah, there we go. Nice. See, I'm learning. I mean, it takes me a while, but I'm learning. But yeah, so the red one, or I'm sorry, the yellow one like that, if you block, you can counter with a strong attack, and it knocks them down. If it's red, that means you hit both mouse buttons and you can interrupt. Was that you? By the way, how am I pulling down all this lightning through the roof? I am that good. Also, we got a Daedra heart, so now we can make Daedra armor. Awesome. God, we were trying to find those freaking things. Holy hell. In Skyrim. LOL. He fell down. Anybody else still alive? Oh, there is. I'm gonna guess we're gonna open that up here shortly. Let's get this guy first. I don't like casters. Casters are scumbags. Never trust a caster. Ooh, ow, jerk. Oh shit. Oh god damn it. God damn it.
It's about time. Let's get started.
Wait, what? Wait, not even... Oh, I have to wait out. Okay. Yeah, my bad. I didn't even notice that other guy. Way to pay attention. Right after I talk about doing better. Damn, the heavy attack takes a while to charge up, don't it? I keep letting it go early. Oh, that is him screaming. Ha! I kind of want to let him get beat on just so I can hear him go. Blah! And when those procs go off within close proximity to each other, that was not intended. That does some serious damage. So what do we got around here? Oh, got a good book on Oblivion. Open us some Oblivion gates. Go hang out with some other teenagers and go read this demonic book. Ah, looks like these guys respawn. Ooh. Oh, burned your buddy to death. That ain't right.
You are in the presence of a Tharn.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell's going on? Actually, I don't know. I don't think that's me doing that. I think that's him. Well, I'm gonna take credit for it. Did you see that thing I did where I turned that guy to dust, guys? That was awesome. All right, let's head on in. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna double check that thing down here. I feel like there wasn't really anything that interesting. Sorry. I know I'm the worst. I'm the worst. I promise. I'll make it quick. Make it quick. That's what I tell her. Look, I'll be quick. I'll be in and out of here, and then you can just go to sleep. All right, let's go up here and look. Banekin. The kin of Banes? Not even gonna do the lightning transformation for those guys. Does it look dangerous? Step right in it. Who cares? See, oh man, see, first person just feels so much more like you're there. Oh, hello, Duchess of Anguish.
Break me, king of worms.
I can and I shall. Where is the amulet of kings?
You cannot break the will of a son of Yakuda. I spit on you.
So, Sai Sahan is alive and he has not been broken. An important piece of the puzzle, to be sure, but where is he being kept?
I don't know. Is it gonna pop that up again? Oh no, it's just that book. Can I take that butcher's axe? Butcher's cleaver, I guess is the fancy smancy educated name for it. Yeah, they definitely made lockpicking easier. Oh my god, I suck so bad at End of Oblivion. I was so glad they changed it in Skyrim. You can, come on, there we go. You can imagine if I'm doing this bad with it being this easy, just how bad I was doing when it was actually kind of difficult. What was that? The will of... Look at that heavy armor increasing. Subordinate Dremora, hear and obey the will of Drelsha. We are strong, we despise the weak and hate the frail, and we abhor the mortals most of all, because they are both weak and frail. The weak must be punished by the strong. It is our calling and is our order of our land, and Master Molag Bal. Find mortals, capture but do not kill them. They must be alive when we sacrifice their wretched souls to Molag Bal. Do not fail me or you shall suffer in place of the mortals. Do this because I command it. Well, that seems like a good as reason as any. It's like a parent. Because I said so, don't question it. What an ass. Alright, Dad. You're not even my real mom. Alright, so let's go this way. Let's hear this guy. Sorry, buddy. You just got in the way. He, like, started charging up, but then he went to attack our little pal over there. Boom! The best is when that curse triggers, and then that triggers the lightning. What is it? I need to get the names right. I always say I'm going to do this in every MMO, but I don't. Velocious Curse. Mage's Fury. I might go ahead and upgrade that, or morph it, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I really don't really like any of the morphs, to be honest. Ride the lightning. That's going to be my thing, my catchphrase. I'm going to say ride the lightning every time. One hand and shield. How in the hell? Oh, the books, you idiot. God, you moron. How did I learn it? As I got the book fucking sword and board in front of my face. Bitch, get blocked. Oh my god, that was awesome. Oh. Ha 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 ha. Torture you with my staff. Also, every MMO needs... Ooh, flesh flies. Delicious. Might need lunch later. I am a lizard man. I might eat flesh flies. Don't judge my culinary choices. Don't you cuisine shame me. Oh, destruction staff increased to 18. Nice, nice, nice. That didn't work out quite like I wanted. No. I guess I can't loot those guys. Hell yeah. Need to keep finding these bookshelf areas so I can keep getting free skill ups and stuff that I'm never going to use. You never know. I might switch to sword and board. Not gonna happen. Wow. Not on this character, at least. Blacksmithing, the 5. Nice. Oh, wow. Destruction staff, another skill up. Sweet. One more and we unlock a new skill for the staff. I don't know if we'll switch to it, but oh, Droll Shasha. Ooh, let's go and get this thing dead. Oh. Yep, that woke his ass up. Oh, nice. I think he interrupted. I was going to, but he took my He took my flare there. I don't know what that was. Ah, shit. Yes? Eh. Yeah, I'm really fucking this up, aren't I? Sorry, dog. I totally screwed that up. Completely. But we hit level 15. That's awesome. You can now equip an additional set of weapons and abilities. Press pause or that thing to switch. Gain 2 skill points. Alright, so I actually did read about this. Knife Ear Grotto Explorer. Sweet. I'm just waiting for messages to stop. Nope. Dungeon Damage Dealer. You got any more? Okay. So, actually, I don't think we have another item to really put. Oh, we do have a Resto Staff. I do want to put a Resto Staff in the alternate slot. So now we can actually switch back and forth to do some healing if we need to. Daedric Summoning, that's 25. What time is Bound Armor 30? Yep, I figured it would be. Rune Prison, we're almost gonna get that. Actually, yeah, both Dark Magic and Storm Calling are close. Let's look at Resto's Staff. We don't have anything to do with it yet, so. But I think we do get experience in both, even though it's not the active weapon. I think I'll still get experience with it. We'll probably find out pretty quickly here. Talk to Arielon the Scholar. Wow, he actually survived that. Surprised. Eh. That was some bad timing. I was going to try to blow that one guy up while this one was near to get the AE effect, but as you can see, I completely botched that. Almost. Hell yeah, Destruction Staff 20. We'll have to see what the new skill is. What the hell's going on? You guys fighting? Oh, okay. I was like, oh god, what's that? Clothing increased to 7. That's no fair. You killed them way faster than I did. Yeah. I gotta figure out the defensive side too. Like, I never did the defensive stuff correctly, obviously. Hello. Oh, it's you.
The amulet of the kings of glory, an artifact of the divines, a badge of office for the ruling emperors of Cyrodiil, and the key to my ascendancy. Yet it eludes me. Exploiting its power to bring about the calamity of our age was intoxicating. It made me aware of the limitless possibilities available to one strong enough and fearless enough to use it to achieve his own ends. The amulet has the power to create or destroy, but it also has the power to undo the damage caused by the soul burst, to mend the tear in the barrier between Nirn and Oblivion. I must recover it before some fool fixes that which must remain broken.
He knows of our plan to use the amulet to set things right. We must rescue Sai Sahan before he can be broken.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured that was the plan all along. I mean, it's probably just a nice thing to do. Sorry, my mouse cord's all effed up. Alright, just want to make sure. I was pretty sure I read that already. Okay. Got all these books, of course. Yeah, we probably should get him before he breaks again, just because it's the nice thing to do.
The Red Guard's iron will cannot be overcome with standard interrogation techniques. Physical tortures appear to be useless. I have therefore instructed the Daedra to move Sai Sahan to the halls of torment. The Duchess will be most pleased to have a new guest. His flesh is strong, but perhaps her tortures of the mind will break him. I have come too far to allow this upstart sword master to thwart my plans. I will find the amulet, one way or another.
This is the information we've been looking for. At last, Sai Sahan has been...
We're gonna wait, because I want to keep searching around. We didn't find any artifacts, I don't think, did we? We might have. I wasn't paying as close attention to my pop-up stuff as I maybe should have been. Alright, we're getting close to 45 minutes though, so kind of... Oh, hell yeah! Sky Shard! See? We'd have missed the Sky Shard. That's a skill point. Oh, he just porked you out. I was gonna say, how is he gonna do that? Like, how is he just not gonna open it for other players?
At last. Oh yes. It's Cold Harbor's most nefarious prison. The Daedra in the halls of torment reach deep into the dark places of a prisoner's mind and torture them with apparitions of the things they most dread. It's an effective tactic. The Daedra mock our emotional attachments and the memories that form our sense of self. Daedra have no use for such things. They are immortal. It's impossible to kill Daedra. They simply reform over time. Of course I can. I am Abnathan. But first, I have a bit more research to do. Go back to the Harbridge and tell Varen what we've discovered. I'll meet you there once I've made the necessary preparations.
Oh, you can't take me. I'm not Geralt. I actually like portals. They save a lot of time. I have a feeling this is going to wrap up this quest. And I also discovered that you can actually waypoint straight to it from the map. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but probably not a ton since it's a quest area. Well, you never know. Alright, where am I at? So we must have been up here. 81 gold. How much gold do we have right now? That's not too bad. It's still fairly pricey. But I kind of want to wrap this up since I wanted to do other quests. So yeah, let's just go. Otherwise, I would have said, well, we'll pick it up next time, but I want to start doing some side quests. And like I said, next time we may go ahead and start on the Thieves Guild quest line and see what's going on with there. What's going on with that anyway. I'm quite curious to see how that's integrated. It's cool that they were able to find a way to get stealing and killing random town NPCs into the game. That's pretty neat. We're breaking immersion. We got to get back into our heads. Got to get back behind the eyeballs. Enter cursor mode by pressing... Oh, okay. Oh, I was wondering how to do that. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, alright. That's good. It's actually useful sometimes when you need to mouse over something to get a tooltip, things like that. Move icons around. I'm not used to him being called Varen yet. I like the other thing I could remember. No, actually, I don't remember it now. So.
Visit. What brings you back, Vestige?
At last. Where can he be found?
Well done. I will begin searching for a safe route to the Halls of Torment immediately.
I was going to say that a river flows and we are slaves to its current. But I am done with riddles and metaphors.
Metaphors?
I know what awaits us. I'm not a prophet. I'm just a foolish old man who glimpsed the wisdom of the scrolls and survived.
When Tarn returns, we will combine our resources. We will find a path to these Halls of Torment soon enough.
Nice. We got a ring, 153 spell damage. Nice. And a health glyph. Also nice. I will almost certainly be using that glyph to get our health up. We need that health buffer to, well, buffer me while I am terrible at things. But anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure you leave comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking of this series, and I will see you next time.